and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a video on our Acura NSX here, but it's really applicable to any Acura or Honda product from the 90s to probably the 2000s. So what we're going to be doing in this video is installing a fuel pressure gauge. It's quite simple, easy DIY, and if you're going to be doing some work on your fuel system, specifically replacing the fuel filter, it's a great opportunity to add a little monitoring device to your fuel pressure. And the reason why we're going to be doing it on this NSX, not only for performance monitoring, but we're actually challenged with a little bit of an issue here. And so it's a great opportunity for us to see if we can measure the actual fuel pressure coming out of the fuel pump through the fuel filter and into the engine. Now, this will just help us determine if there's any bottlenecks or any electronic issues with our fuel pump itself. And this could be inclusive of a main fuel relay, on this car a fuel resistor, or even a fuel pump that's starting to die. We're going to go ahead and install this gauge and monitor against book references to see if we've got a fuel pump that's starting to go out or simply just a fuel resistor that needs to be replaced. So let's go ahead and get into it. To install a fuel pressure gauge, you're going to need the following parts and tools. On your left-hand side here, you'll see we've got a banjo bolt. It is a M12 by 1.25 thread pitch, and that's what this part is right here. I've got this from K Motor. It is so that you can thread into the top, the gauge, while still having your fuel line connected. This does come with a cap. You do not need this cap because you're going to be replacing that with the fuel gauge. It does come with 2 washers, and you'll want to make sure that when you install this, that this bolt is tied down or tightened down to 20 foot-pounds of pressure. Additionally, you're going to want to install this on the top at 9 foot-pounds of pressure. Here we have a Marshall gauge. And you'll want to make sure that you get the right scale because usually the NSX is somewhere between the 40 and 70 psi range, so you want to make sure that you've got one that is adequate. This one is filled with glycol to make sure it doesn't freeze. Additionally, you're going to want some thread sealant. This is high temperature thread sealant. You're going to want to put that on the threads here before you install it there. To make sure that you don't use the gauge to tighten down the gauge to the banjo bolt here, you want to make sure that you have an 18 millimeter as well as an 11 millimeter if you're using this gauge to tighten it down to the banjo bolt. Additionally, to remove the existing line from the fuel filter, you're going to want a 12 millimeter and a 17 millimeter socket, as well as an extension and a ratchet. And don't forget your torque wrench to make sure that you get everything tightened down to spec. So on the NSX, you want to focus on the line going to the actual engine. This line over here is from your fuel pump going into your fuel filter, and this line is your fuel filter out to your engine. This is where you want to remove the banjo bolt and install the new banjo bolt where your gauge will be going. So on most Hondas, you want to make sure that you relieve the pressure by undoing the top bolt. You can also relieve the pressure to the fuel system by releasing the gas cap. Next, you want to remove that bolt and work on your banjo bolt. With your fuel gauge attached to your banjo bolt, you can go ahead and lightly, with your washers in place, go ahead and start threading it on to make sure that it's not cross-threaded. Now, you don't want to do the final tightening with the gauge. You want to make sure that you go underneath and make sure that you've got the right angle to get your wrench in there, or use a crowfoot. I am going to opt for a crowfoot to make sure that we torque this down properly. But you can see how simple it is. Just make sure that you've got your thread sealant on there and that your gauge is properly tied down to your banjo bolt, and then you can thread your banjo bolt in. So that's everything that you really need to do. Once you've got this torqued down to spec, prime your car a couple times with some key on, key off, and see if the pressure builds. Check for any leaks, and then that'll be it. And that's it for this video, and we'll see you on the next one.